What's going on, guys? Aggronix, and welcome back to the Elysian League UCL League. I am Aggron, the coach of the Cork City STARLYS, and today we're taking on Swag and the... I don't know his team name. You guys know his team name because you clicked on the video, and his name should be in the title. It definitely will be. And we're going up against Swag, a very, very good player. He didn't play last week because he had to forfeit. I don't know what happened there, miscommunication. But this battle is very, very important for me and us as a team. So, jumping into our team here, we have brought 6 Mons, like we do every week, that I think will perfectly be able to beat every Mon on his team. Yes, there are always going to be Mons that we prioritize, the higher up they are in the tiers and stuff like that, but... these are the Mons that I'm bringing, and I'm actually really, really proud of this team. Now, actually, I'm going to show you his team. I'm going to show you his team right here. And you can get an idea what he has. So he has Jirachi, Keldeo, Granbull, Volcarona, Snorlax, Venusaur, Mega Sableye, Druddigon, Hitmonlee, Rotom Frost, and Ambipom. Now, very, very good team. Definitely one of the most versatile teams because, honestly, if I had to predict 6 Mons, I would get at least 2 wrong, I feel. His team is very, very good in that way. You know, you have Jirachi and Keldeo and Snorlax who are very, very strong, hard to beat. And they're very, very hard to kill because they're all very, very bulky. Keldeo is deceivingly bulky. I thought it was a lot weaker, but it's 91 HP and 90 defenses, so it can take a hit if it needs to. And then you have Snorlax, who's Snorlax. Jirachi's very, very bulky as well. Mega Sableye has a huge wall for my team. Very, very tough to beat. Granbull's very, very scary. Volcarona is a great setup sweeper. Druddigon is a good stealth rocker and rough skin Rocky Helmet user. Hitmonlee is a huge endgame sweeper with Fake Out on Burden. Rotom Frost is an annoying Volt Switcher, and Ambipom is an annoying U-turner. So, very, very good team. Honestly, like, you could obviously say, oh, I think he'll bring his top 6, except for Venusaur, and he'll bring Sableye. But at the same time, he could also bring Druddigon in the place of Granbull to beat Dragonite. But he could also bring Hitmonlee or Ambipom instead of, Keldeo or Volcarona. So his team is very, 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 very versatile, and it's very, very tough for me to team build for him. I'm going to use very a lot in this video. So jumping into my team, we have Blastoise, the Rapid Spinning, Scalding, Dark Pulsing, Dragon Tailing Mega Blastoise with 216 in HP, 252 in defense, and 40 in speed with a bold nature. This thing is meant to basically beat everything. Everything that I can. Rapid Spin is there to keep rocks away, which is the #1 thing because he has, I believe, 1 rock setter, or sorry, 2. He has Jirachi and he has Druddigon. Those are the 2 rock setters he has. I might be missing another one. I really don't think Granbull gets it. I haven't checked, but I don't think it does. We have Scald for good stab, Dark Pulse to hit the Jirachi, and Dragon Tail to hit everything that might set up on us. As you could probably tell, his team is very, very steady-uppy. It's very, very steady-uppy. He has Jirachi that can set up Wishes, Calm Minds, do loads of crazy shenanigans. Volcarona who can set up Quiver Dances. He has Snorlax that can set up Curses. Mega Sableye who can set up Calm Minds. Hitmonlee who's Fake Out on Burden is a setup in its own. Very, very scary team. And even Druddigon can run like Hone Claw's Outrage, which would be very, very scary. And even Keldeo could run Aqua Jet Swords Dance. It's very, very, very good team. And Dragon Tail is a great way for me to stop that. Now, obviously, Granbull is immune to it, but Granbull doesn't really get any setup. And I'll have to take Rocky Helmet, Rough Skin damage if he brings the Druddigon instead of me just roaring it. But I had to bring Dragon Tail because I couldn't roar the Sableye. Sableye would just magic bounce it away, obviously, so I had to run Dragon Tail, which sucks because I hate Dragon Tail and the chance to miss. Last season I used my Milotic with Dragon Tail a lot, and I missed a lot, so I really, really hope that it doesn't come down to me landing a Dragon Tail. It probably won't. I don't think it will, because Dragon Tail is just something there to keep the momentum on my side, but it is very, very scary still. Blastoise has enough speed to outspeed a slow Venusaur. If he doesn't run any speed or a very, very small amount of speed in Venusaur, we will outspeed it, which is nice. You never know when that's important. And the max HP is there to take on stuff like Jirachi, Granbull, Snorlax, Druddigon, and Hitmonlee. All those, and Ambipom to a certain extent. Even though Ambipom is a little bit more scary, but we have other things for that. So, moving on, we have Spyro the Dragonite, as we're going to throw this back up. Dragonite does incredibly well against his team. Choice Banded, Multi-Scale with Dragon Claw, Earthquake, Extreme Speed, and Superpower. Max Attack, Max HP, or 224 in HP, with 32 in Speed, with an Adamant Nature. Choice Banded Dragonite does so much damage to a lot of things. Extreme Speed is such a good move in the format, that's why I love it. That's why I picked up Zygarde. And I'm really excited using Dragonite in this match. Now, the last 2 weeks I've brought in Dragonite set. The first week it won us the game. The second week, didn't even, hit the field. Didn't have to. But this week I felt the Dragon Dance was pretty useless. He has stuff like Mega Sableye, who just comes in and burns me with the Will-O-Wisp, or just stops me dead in my tracks. And I didn't want Dragonite to be my key to winning. Now, yes, Extreme Speed is very, very, very important. Getting up rocks is very, very important as well, because Extreme Speed is not going to one-shot any Mon. Every Mon in his team can take one Extreme Speed. I think maybe except for the Ambipom. Maybe. I don't know. Or maybe Hitmonlee. I think those are the only Mons that would get one shot by an Extreme Speed. Every other Mon can take it. So I need to make sure that the rocks are up so that they, Keldeo gets 2-shot by Extreme Speed. It does 50% minimum. Volcarona gets 2-shot. Snorlax doesn't even take like 30%. Venusaur takes about 40%. Sableye is immune. Druddigon, I don't want to because he'll take. I'll take rough skin, Rocky Helmet. Couldn't even say it. Rotom Frost is again deceivingly bulky, like all the Rotoms. It's very, very bulky. Even though he might not run any defense investment in Rotom, and it'll still take a hit, which is very, very annoying. Earthquake is there for the Jirachi, because I needed something to hit it. Dragon Claws for stab, and Superpower is so important. Superpower is for the Snorlax. It's the only thing on my team that can beat the Snorlax 1v1. That's why Dragonite is so important. If Dragonite falls, we might just lose to Snorlax, and it's a risk that I'm willing to take because I couldn't bring Virizion this week. It beats the Keldeo, but even then it only speed ties. It outspeeds the Volcarona, but if you set up a Quiver Dance, I just die to it. I can't beat the Gramble. I can't beat the Venusaur. I can't beat the Sableye. I can't beat the Druddigon. It just didn't do well. So very, very important the Dragonite stays alive. Next we have Blacksmith, as that jumps off the screen again. That's going to be annoying. This is only going to happen a few more times. This is my key to winning. We have a choice specs. Flash Fire, Heatran with Lava Plume, Fire Blast, Flash Cannon, and Eruption, 112 HP, 92 in defense, 252 special attack, and 52 special defense with a quiet nature. Quiet is so that I can run Eruption. I was going to run Modest, but then I realized, oh wait, you can't run. So originally that special defense investment of 52 was in speed, so I could outspeed a slow Venusaur, but with the quiet nature I have to run like 100 speed to outspeed a Venusaur. It wasn't really worth it. And Venusaur isn't going to hit me incredibly hard anyway unless he runs in Power Ground, which will take up a move slot, so I'm not too worried about it. Choice Specs Eruption. Funny news. Choice Specs Eruption one-shots a Mega Sableye if he is physically defensive max. If he has no specially defensive investment or he doesn't click Calm Mind first turn, we one-shot guaranteed. Now, there's a few variables to this, but I've done the calc. There's no way he can beat me. If I lead with Heatran and he leads with Sableye, which I think will happen, I will win. No, 100%. If he clicks Sucker Punch and he gets 20% off, Eruption will not one-shot. Yes. But it's still 2 shots. If he goes for Calm Mind first turn because if he still have Prankster, but he'll also have Magic Bounce because he'll Mega Evolve, but he keeps the first turn thing. Calm Mind, yes, Eruption won't kill. It's still 2 shots, Lava Plume is there to get a burn on things. There's no real reason for it. I just thought it might be good to force a swap. And if Sableye gets me really, really low, I don't want to go for Eruption, I don't want to go for Fire Blast, I'll go for Lava Plume, hoping for a burn. Fire Blast is there for some stronger hits with an inaccurate, it's inaccurate. It's inaccurate. I can't even speak, dude! It's inaccurate. Flash Cannon is there for the Granbull and also the Rotom Frost, which is also hit by Fire type move, so it's not a big deal. Flash Cannon also hits like the Druddigon and the Snorlax, which, if Snorlax is thick fat, obviously. That's why Snorlax is such a problem. Next we have Terabyte, the Choice Specs Jolteon. Finally, we're running a Choice Specs Jolteon. I don't believe we have yet in the season. Choice Specs of Volt Absorb. Volt Absorb is completely useless this match, but whatever. Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Shadow Ball, and Hidden Power Ice, running 120 in HP, 252 in special attack, and 136 in speed with a timid nature. Really, really sucks I have to run timid this week, but I had to outspeed the Ambipom. If I ran Modest, Ambipom would outspeed, and I could really see Ambipom being a Mon late game that just destroys me, because he has done it before. He has kept Ambipom near the end with a Life Orb fake out and just really destroy teams, so I need to keep Jolteon around for that if it happens. Thunderbolt and Volt Switch are there for good stab. Volt Switch is there to get out of there. Shadow Ball is there to hit the Jirachi. That's the one. Jirachi, and also Hidden Power Ice is there for the Venusaur and the Druddigon, which is the main thing. Not much to say with this guy. He does a lot of work. She's really, really good. He has no ground type, which is a huge thing. He has no ground type. I am free to Volt Switch all I want. There's nothing that stops me. Next we have Quarantine. Arguably the most, what's the word? What's the word that they use for Mega Aggron? Dependable, I guess. He's always there, basically. That's what I'm trying to get at. He's always there. If you need him to do something, he will do it for you, and he is great. We have Quarantine, Black Sludge with Levitate, with Clear Smog, Fire Blast, Sludge Bomb, and Will-O-Wisp. Like I said earlier in the video, I am incredibly scared of mons like Jirachi, Volcarona, Snorlax, all the mons I could set up. Now, unfortunately, Jirachi, if he starts setting up Calm Minds, he'll just beat me. But it is what it is. Fire Blast does enough to where I'm okay. It does about 30-40%, so it'll force him to recover and whatever, and we can burn it. But Clear Smog is good against the Volcarona, the Snorlax, the Sableye. You know, it's very, very good in that sense. Weezing is a great response to Granbull and Hitmonlee. It's also good against Snorlax because of Clear Smog. We outspeed a lot of things on his team. You know, Granbull, we outspeed Snorlax, we outspeed Druddigon, we outspeed all those slow defensive mons. We also outspeed Sableye, which is huge. And we can go for Sludge Bomb and hope for a Poison, which is very, very nice. That's why Fire Blast is there to hit the Jirachi. Sludge Bomb is there for a good stab and also hit the Sableye. I usually run Sludge Wave because, you know, I want to burn things with Will-O-Wisp, so I don't necessarily want to poison things. But in this battle, where Sableye is so important to his team, Sludge Bomb was more important. We have enough defense to take 2 hits from Hitmonlee, 2 hits from Granbull, and also 2 hits from a Druddigon. Druddigon actually hits really, really hard if he runs Adamant, Life Orb, Outrage, but I don't really see that happening. This EV spread is a little bit off. What the hell? Oops. We're running a odd amount of HP, so we can come in on rocks more. You know that. Yeah, Will-O-Wisp was great against his team. And it's I'm really looking forward to using Weezing. Weezing's also a good response to Volcarona, just because we have enough special investment, or at least we did until I got rid of it. But we have enough special defense investment to take 1+1 hit from Volcarona, and then we can Clear Smog it and stop it in its tracks. So finally we have Vision. Vision, like I've been saying the whole thing, Jirachi, Granbull, Snorlax, Sableye. You're probably wondering something. Connor, what the fuck are you doing? Keldeo just rapes you right now. Yes, it does. Keldeo destroys me. Except for Vision. Vision is there to wall the Keldeo. Keldeo is very, very scary. Hydro Pump, if he's Choice Specs, does over 50% of Uxie. Nothing I can do about that, but if he is Choice Specs, I can play around that going to Jolteon. That's why Jolteon was there instead of Virizion, even though I could have brought Virizion. I could have brought Aggron, maybe stuff like that, but Jolteon, I wanted a defensive check to Keldeo, but I also wanted an offensive check, and there's no ground type on his team. There's no other better matchup for Jolteon. It just does so well, and it outspeeds everything on his team, and there's no resistance to ground. It just makes no sense. Running U-Turn, Dazzling Gleam, Thunder Wave, and Stealth Rock. Now, like I said, this thing is my response to Keldeo, but Sableye is an easy switch into Uxie every single time, so Dazzling Gleam is super effective against fighting, and it's also super effective against Sableye. So I really saw no reason not to run Dazzling Gleam. It does mean a few things. It means that instead of running Psyshock, Volcarona does wall me now, but again, we can Thunder Wave it. Venusaur comes in and walls me now, but he'll never leave it in, first of all, and we can Thunder Wave it. It means that we can hit Druddigon super effectively, which is nice. It means that Jirachi doesn't 4 times resist, but it doesn't matter. We Thunder Wave it every time. Uxie is great. I really, really liked Uxie in this matchup. I know it's a very, very odd moveset, but I felt like this was the week where it would really, really come in handy. I know not having Stab on the Mon is very, very scary to use, but I'm really not too worried about it. I'm really, really not worried about it. I think Uxie will do a great job in this matchup, and I'm really, really looking forward to using him. So that's the team. That's the 6 mons. Like I said, the plan is to lead with Heatran every single time. If he doesn't bring Sableye, that's not the plan, obviously. But I really don't see him leaving Sableye on the bench. I mean, it just does so much. I don't have a Fairy type. He's definitely bringing Sableye. What Sableye? I don't know. He might bring Physically Defensive to beat Dragonite. He might be, and Aggron and Zygarde. Even though Zygarde, you guys know, is not on our team yet. It will be against Craft, but against Swagsire, we are still allowed to use Diggersby, but there's no point using Diggersby and then dropping it next week, so there's no point. So yeah, you'll see right here, Sableye is a scary, scary mon, but the thing about Sableye is that, yeah, it can take 1 hit, but it won't take 2, you know? If you have a specially defensive Mega Sableye, you have an all-out attacking Choice Specs. Choice Specs, Thunderbolt does 50%, you know, that's to a specially defensive mon, you know? Foul Play, Knockoff does a lot, but Will he bring knockoff? I don't know. Mega Sableye is a very, very surprisingly versatile. I didn't really know how versatile it was until I started, you know, watching it in the Draft League format. I didn't know it was that, you know, versatile. I didn't know. Quarantine is really, really good. I'm really, really happy with the team, to be honest. Yes, we only have... well, actually, you know what I'm saying? We have 3 offensive mons and we have 3 defensive mons. And our 2 offensive mons can take a hit. Dragonite with multi-scale. Heatran because it's Heatran. And, you know, Turbo packs a punch. So we basically... I really like the team. We have 2 ways of stopping setup in Blastoise and Weezing. We have 2 Volt Turners. And Heatran, like I said... Actually, I'll show you actually right now. Heatran gets a kill almost every single time with this set. I swear to God. I'll show you, for example. Now, like I said in the start, like, Eruption is still 2 shots, especially defensive Sableye. You know, this is fine. Like I said in the start, I think he will leave Sableye in. If I lead with Heatran, he leaves with Sableye. He's staying in. I don't really see him swapping out. He might even just go for knockoff, and then I'll kill him with Eruption immediately. But if he does swap in a Keldeo, we're still doing 50%, you know? 50%, which is crazy. Absolutely insane. Now, Scald and Hydro Pump, 1-shot. That's why we go into Uxie, and then we U-turn, I guess. I don't know. But, actually, then we Stealth Rock, because this Sableye is Mega Evolve. So if that does happen, we're in a good position. I'm going to stop rambling now. I'm going to talk about more in the battle, but we're going to jump into it. If you guys are excited, and you are cheering on your Cork City Stars, make sure to hit that like button down below first, and subscribe to become a member of the Aggronix. With that being said, let's get into this. Let's go, STARLYS! Okay. Shit. Okay. I think we're good. I think my mic is in a good spot. I think you can hear me well. Just talk to the Swag there. We're ready to go. Wow. See, it's been a while since I recorded the first half of this video, and then I'm just jumping into it now. So my mind is in a good place, actually. I think I'm feeling confident about this. I think it definitely will be an interesting battle. I think either person can win, to be honest. I think it's a really, really good team, and the fact that I don't have a Fairy means Mega Sableye is very, very hard for me to kill. But we've done the calcs here, actually, while we're waiting for him. We'll just do a few extra calcs. Let's just see. I believe I did it in the video. But to be honest, like I said, that was so long ago, I can't remember. Thunderbolt 1-shots, actually Volt Switch even 1-shots the Keldeo, which is a good thing to know. Mega Sableye, let's say Calm Mind, so he's physically defensive. Thunderbolt does a lot, so that's another good thing to know. I think this will be interesting. You have the Mega Venusaur in the corner. Actually, guys, something I need to ask you. This is a new layout, as you probably have noticed. Do you like it? I really, really like it. If you guys don't know how I got it, make sure to look up Pokemon Showdown Stylish tutorial. Look it up. They'll explain it way better than I did. But basically, I just downloaded a program. It shows up in the top right. My dog is outside going absolutely bonkers. Ugh, bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. So, I think we're going to get into this. But just download Stylish. It's really, really good. And there are loads of different templates you can use. And I showed my friend Steven, Mega Ninja, and he thought it was really, really cool. So, okay. I thought he would respond immediately. But I guess we have to wait. Alright. So. We're gonna get into it. We are here with Swag. We're gonna click accept. I have no idea who he's gonna bring. Honestly, he could bring a lot of different Pokemon. So, he brings Jirachi. No. Okay, there's Sableye. I was gonna say, I thought no Sableye for a second. Okay, so we see Jirachi, Volcarona, Snorlax. So, yeah, pretty much what I was expecting. We don't see the Keldeo, which is nice, just because it was a bit of a problem. We see the Snorlax, which is very, very scary. We see the Volcarona. So, getting up rocks is very, very important for that Volcarona, because after rocks, an extreme speed will kill. So, let's think about this lead. Good luck, have fun. Also, guys, show some love to Swag in the comments. And by the way, Swag, if you're watching this, good luck, man. I'm going to ignore spectators and ignore players just because I like to. So, I think my lead is still Heatran. If he wants to lead with anything else, I'm fine with that, but I'm going to lead with Heatran. That is my lead. If he leads with Sableye, we're in a great position, turn 1. And his only resistance to fire is Snorlax. If he has Stick Fat, which he more than likely does. So we're going to lead with Heatran, and he leads with Snorlax. So, pretty bad stuff for us, to be honest. Pretty unfortunate. I'm going to swap straight out, though. I'm going to go into Weezing, just because it's a physically defensive Mon, and if he wants to click Curse turn 1, I can just clear Smog it, and then burn it, and then go into Dragonite, possibly. So, we're going to see Earthquake. Perfect. That is great. So, if we want, we can get a free Will-O-Wisp off here. Do I think he'll stay in? He could. He could definitely stay in. I don't know if he will. His swap into this thing is Jirachi, I guess. I don't know. See, I don't know what Jirachi is. If Jirachi is physically defensive, he won't swap in here. I'm just gonna go for Sludge Bomb. I'm just gonna go for Sludge Bomb. See what happens. He does go into Volcarona, so a burn here would be actually really nice. No burn though. No burn, which is fine. So right here, I'm gonna swap straight into Heatran. I want to see what happens. He's not clicking in Bare Ground here, which is good. He's not, because it's a Weezing. So if he goes for Fiery Dance, obviously that's best case scenario. We get to fire off a Choice Specs Eruption, and we're hitting something for so much damage. So I had a feeling the Volcarona would swap in. A burn there would have been nice, but it is what it is. I don't want hacks, what am I saying? For fuck's sake, Connor. Let's see what happens here. That Sludge Bomb did a lot. So he definitely isn't bulk invested, I don't think. And he has leftovers, which is pretty important, actually. Keep that in mind. You need to make sure I keep that in mind. I just want to double check how much Dragonite does. Yeah, okay. So I swap out into Heatran as he swaps into Snorlax. So, unfortunately, we're in the same position once again. I think he's just going to click Body Slam this time. If I really, really thought that, You know, he doesn't have Keldeo, so I'm going to go straight into Uxie. Don't paralyze. Thank you. He's not going to paralyze, which means I get to throw up my rocks. And he only has one Rapid Spinner, which is Hitmonlee. Which is huge. Which is very, very huge. Let's see what happens here. He does swap out. He goes into Jirachi. Interesting. I'm gonna try to T-Wave this thing. I'm gonna attempt to T-Wave this thing immediately because this thing is a huge threat. And if he thought I was gonna swap out there, and he goes into like Volcarona, say, a T-Wave is great here. But I think we'll probably... I mean, he might just stay in. It depends. I don't know. He has one Heal Beller and Granbull on his team. That's if he has Heal Bell. I don't know if Jirachi gets Heal Bell. So he goes for Power Punch. Pretty interesting stuff, to be honest. So... I'm definitely going to U-turn. Definitely going to U-turn. And I want to go into Heatran. I feel like he's going to Power Punch, obviously. Let me just check. If we have... we have a lot of investment in defense and HP. So if you have a Jirachi, let's just say Choice Scarf, and he's at +1, how much is he doing with Power Up Punch? Power Up Punch. 30%. I could just go into Blastoise. You know what? I'm gonna go into Blastoise. Blastoise is my response to this thing, and he might just click Iron Head, which he does, so really happy with that. Right here, I'm going to Mega Evolve, and I'm just going, I think, Dark Pulse. I'm just going to Dark Pulse. I'm going to reveal it. Yes, but he might click U-turn. So, and I think either the Snorlax or the Granbull is coming in here, or even the Sableye to a certain extent. If I really think that, I should Scald. And I do think that. I think he's going to swap out straight into Granbull or Snorlax because he doesn't want this thing to take damage. I am a defensive Blastoise, so I won't do too much. But this Jirachi is very, very scary. Jirachi is scary in any format, to be honest. Jirachi is just a scary mon to deal with. I don't know if I'm far away from the mic or not. I can't tell. I'm going to move it here, maybe. I think that's a little bit better. I'm really, really happy I got my rocks up. I'm really happy we got my rocks up. I'm really disappointed that we didn't get the turn 1 eruption that I wanted, but I'm glad I didn't swap in a Heatran there, because even though you didn't go for Iron Head, eruption is strong because I'm at full HP. I don't want it to take any damage. That's why I need rocks off the field, which is good because he doesn't have a rocker except for Jirachi if he has it. So, and he's Power Up Punch, so I really don't think he has. What's the word? Stealth Rocks. He does swap out and he does know a Snorlax, so a burn here would be pretty nice. I do believe I did click Scald. And we do get the burn, which is nice. Nice. So, question, do I swap straight into Blastoise? Sorry, Dragonite. I think I do. To be honest. I'm just going to check a burned Snorlax. By the way, that's actually a good thing to check. Let's say he's Curselax. Mega Blastoise. A defensive spinner. A Scald does... Huh. So, that's interesting. Okay, so he's not... he could be max HP. Yeah. That makes sense, I guess. Maybe I just got a medium roll. That's good. So I don't think he's somewhat defensive. If he's a max attack, we see the leftover. Wait, do we see leftovers? Yes, we see leftovers. So I'm just gonna check very quickly if he is a burned. If he is burned, and I swap into Dragonite, who has max HP, which is very important. He has max HP. Body Slam does very little. Do I want to, though? Superpower, I'm just going to check it, but I know the answer. Superpower definitely one-shots. Do I think he's going to click Rest here, is the question. Superpower easily one-shots. I think I'm going to click Dragon Tail. I really don't know. I don't want Dragonite to get paralyzed, but I think I have to. Oh my god, thank god. So with that, does Dragon Claw... Dragon Claw does kill. Dragon Claw is a guaranteed kill. So, I think I'm going to click Superpower. Reason being is because the swap in a Granbull is so obvious. Actually, if I really think the Granbull is coming in, I should go into Heatran. And if he rests, it's fine. I'm going to go into Heatran, as he does go in a Granbull, which is beautiful. Beautiful. He has leftovers, which means he's not Assault Vest, which is huge. That's why rocks are so feckin' good, dude. He's that. Heatran, baby. If you are Choice Specs, no, not Choice Banded. Choice Specs, an Eruption. A Eruption does so much. It guaranteed kills. Now, his swap into this guy is Snorlax, but we know that the Snorlax isn't specially defensive because we did so much with Blastoise. So if he's this, Eruption 32 38, and he's at... Yeah, I'm clicking Eruption, dude. I'm clicking Eruption. Eruption is guaranteed kill on this thing. Even if he's max special defense, I should be able to kill. Something is going to die here. If he swaps in a Blastoise, I two-shot. I'm really, really happy with this set of turns. I'm really, really happy with that. Okay. Okay. I need to get rid of this Granbull, though. Granbull is a huge problem for Dragonite. Dragonite needs to, extreme speed kill the Volcarona, then Granbull will get in the way every time. The good thing is he isn't Rocky Helmet. He goes into Hitmonlee. I don't know if you live this. And he doesn't, so Hitmonlee is going to die. Hitmonlee is going to die. And I think we'll see Snorlax here. He goes in a Sableye. What? Okay. I'm going to click Eruption again. We only have 8, so I have to be very, very careful. But he does Mega Evolve. Goes for Fake Out. Gets a crit, which doesn't really matter. I'm very, very interested. Fake Out is cool, though. But Sableye's dead. Okay, wow. Wow, okay, so the lack in power didn't matter there. Sableye is dead, which is a huge problem gone. I think he'll definitely go into Snorlax now. At this point, I could let Heatran die and be completely fine. But I don't think I will, because Heatran beats the Volcarona and the Granbull. The reason I think it beats the Volcarona is because he swapped out when I swapped in a Heatran. He made the double switch, so I don't think he has in-power ground. He might, but we see the Snorlax. We definitely don't kill now. So I think we'll definitely see a rest here. And you know what? Extreme Speed. Actually, Extreme Speed should be able to kill from 36% because of leftovers. And if it does, I am 100% going into Dragonite. It does kill. Well, it's a chance, but that's with defense. Definitely kills. And if he... Yeah. That's my move. Going to Dragonite, does he rest? He goes for Earthquake. Oh my god. Oh my golly goodness. Now, Granbull comes in. Actually, does... Oops, did I click something? Okay, wait, that was weird. Did I move the... Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I think it's good now. So, Granbull. Actually, first of all, does Earthquake kill? Earthquake kills. Okay. So, how much do you do to Granbull? Is it enough to where it's useful? Earthquake. 30%, that's not bad. I'm clicking Earthquake. Earthquake is going to kill the Snorlax. So far we are doing fantastically. I think we will definitely see the Granbull come in here. Or the Jirachi maybe if he wants to play that way. But we are choice banded, so Earthquake was definitely the right play there. Because it basically forces him not to go into Jirachi. In comes the Granbull though. This is a pretty easy swap into Weezing. If he predicts that and goes into... You see, if he doubles out... See, he could click Earthquake on my Weezing swap, so I don't want to. He goes for Thunder Wave. So I think we'll see a swap here. I'm like... I really think he's going to swap out here into like Volcarona or Jirachi. So I'm going to make the swap into Heatran. If I lose Heatran, it's fine because we still have other things to kill the Granbull. But I need to get the prediction right. He does go into Jirachi, which is fantastic. Jirachi is paralyzed, which honestly, guys, I forgot. So that means once again... Actually, I think I'm going to lock myself in a Lava Plume. I wish I could lock myself into a better move, but I think... No, I'm going to click Eruption. Eruption's guaranteed kill. Jirachi is going to die. Now, good thing is here is that it forces... Actually, I don't think it matters. No, because, yeah, he goes in a Granbull here, but Granbull dies, doesn't he? We are not max speed, so he might outspeed us, but on the... like... Choice specs. I mean, Flash Cannon, Fire Blast kills, so or Eruption kills. Let's be honest. We're gonna kill the Granbull. How many kills is that for Heatran, my god. He goes in a Volcarona. If this thing is in power ground, it doesn't matter because it doesn't kill. And I think we're about to get a 6-0 on accident. He might click Quiver Dance and hope by some miracle he lives. But he probably will just go for hidden power ground if he has it. And if he has it and he gets a crit, hey, whatever. He misses Hurricane, which is the nail in the coffin. Wouldn't have killed anyway. So we're going to get a 6-0 over Swagsire, I should say. Oh my god. I'm going to hear about this. The aim of the match was not to get... There is the replay. To get a 6-0. I didn't need to get a 6-0. It wasn't the aim of the match. We did, surprisingly. How many things did Heatran kill? Killed the Jirachi, killed the Granbull, killed the Volcarona. It killed the Sableye, Did it kill Snorlax? No, Dragonite killed the Snorlax. So, we're gonna get a 6-0 against Swagsire, which I think, don't quote me on it, but I think we are now guaranteed a spot in the playoffs, which is pretty overwhelming, to be honest. I didn't expect it to be given to me this way, but I think we played pretty well. Swag, GG man, you played really well. Choice Specs, Heatran is something that no one plans for, and it was definitely just an overwhelming amount of power. He probably didn't know I was Specs. He probably didn't know that when he went into Sableye. Fake Out was cool, but it didn't bring my eruption power low enough to where he could live anything. And yeah, it was just a crazy match. I think we played really well. I think we'd made a lot of good double swaps. And unfortunately, Jolteon, and I think Jolteon was the only Mon not to hit the field once. Yeah, unfortunately. But he didn't bring Keldeo, so Jolteon never needed to hit the field. So that's going to be it for me, guys. If you guys have enjoyed, make sure you have some like button down below first, and subscribe to a member of the Aggronix. And with that being said, see you guys next time. Bye-bye!